Aloha everybody, this is Garrett with Earth and Time, and today we're checking out the Kualoa site on Oahu, the site where they filmed much of Jurassic Park and a number of other movies, and we're actually going to go do the historic sites tour. So come join me today, let's learn something new, let's go check out this amazing beauty behind me that is Oahu and the Kualoa Ranch. Let's get to it. Start off with, you can just look at these impressive cliffs behind us. So the volcanics here, many of you know I'm a geologist, so the volcanics here are basalts, and they're all built by giant shield volcanoes, much like they have going on, exactly like they have going on today on the large island of Hawaii. And what's interesting is, although this was the site for the filming of Jurassic Park, with all their famous dinosaurs, this side of the island's only about 3 million years old. So geologically speaking, yesterday. So that means that no dinosaurs ever actually lived on this island. Dinosaurs were extinct for like 60 million years before this island even started to exist. But it's a great place from what we could imagine, somewhere where you could have dinosaurs at. All right, let's go check out the tour and some of the history here. And look, it's a modern day dinosaur right there. So we have a dinosaur next to a dinosaur. Legends, stars, and guests. You'll see all kinds of folks that have been here, including The Rock, Rihanna, Dolly Parton, Charlize Theron. And they do have a history hall here, so let's see what this is all about. Look at this. I like this guy's name, Dr. Jarrett. Dr. Garrett or Jarrett? I like the Garrett version better. There's a statue of King Kamehameha the First. Panorama of the valley we're going to actually go into, where they filmed so many scenes from Jurassic Park, as well as many other movies. And speaking of the movies, while we're here, there's a picture from Jurassic Park. So this is a ranch, so they had cattle and cowboys on it. You'll see back in the 1800s, they're raising cattle here. So the story is that this is like a were person, a person that can change into a boar and hide. And this person was running and hiding from Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of the volcano, and hid in this valley. So it's said that the Kama Pua'a lives in the valley. Become a ranch? Well, King Kamehameha III sold to one of his most trusted advisors, Dr. Garrett Judd, and to this day, his descendants own this land. So the part of the volcano we can see here is part of Koʻolau. And actually the reason these are such large cliffs is a big portion of the island sloughed off somewhere around 1 million years ago and ended up going out into the ocean in that direction. So it was a gigantic mega landslide of the whole eastern, basically, portion of the volcano. And that's what gives us these large imposing cliffs today. Pretty interesting. If you look on bathymetry, you can actually see the blocks and some of the pieces from this large landslide out in the ocean to the east of here. All right, that's my dream right there. Me riding a T-Rex. Kong and a T-Rex fighting here, so they filmed part of Kong here. On more famous celebrities that were here. Bruce Willis filmed here. Tom Selleck, Ziggy Marley, Charlie Hunnam is one of my favorite Hawaiian musicians. Of course, famous for Over the Rainbow, but you are the T-Rex. Wish I can get his autograph. He has such tiny hands. There are so many people have done stuff here. Blink-182, Fishbone, Stone Temple Pilots, a lot of musicians filmed up here. Carlos Santana. Major's autographed up there with his Tarzan. And of course, more recent, there's Matthew Broderick, Goldie Hawn, Michael Caine, Elvis Presley, Bryan Cranston, Chris Pratt. So many famous people are here. Here we go, I'm so excited.
And once we get there, we'll be Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, King Kong, Godzilla, Lost, 50 First Dates, and so much more. So sometimes we do have the opportunity to see and sometimes meet said celebrities that make their way through the ranch.
Heading into the Jurassic World gates. And look at that little guy down there. And of course, 10,000 volts. There's a whole bunch of World War II bunkers that were set up here after the attack on Pearl Harbor. And they actually had an airstrip out in that direction towards the ocean as well. They deconstructed that.
Each one built for a specific reason.
You can see more.
Some were used to house ammunition. Some were used to house generators.
You can see some of the bunkers here on the right-hand side.
But out of all the bunkers we have on property, the one that I focus on the most is called Battery, around 150 feet deep into the base of the
A view of the ocean with a little reggae music in the background. There's one of the World War II bunkers. I think we're going to stop and actually go inside of it. And they said they have movie memorabilia in here as well. Importantly, because I'm a geologist, I like
beautiful views out here on the right-hand side.
all the lava
But the
flows
entrance
here.
to Battery Cooper
The
is
salt
here
lava
on the left.
flows.
Now I have some ground rules here for you. It's nothing
Volcano.
constricting, it's more for time.
So we can see Mokolili, which is the Hat Island out there. And this was a gun emplacement to protect the harbor. And look at this. It's a vehicle from MASH, one of my favorite shows. One I still watch to this day. Pretty cool. We get to go actually in one of the World War II bunkers. You can take a look at what this looks like. And so we're going to work our way through. So they had 2 gun emplacements here, and they could fire 15 miles off the coast. And the idea was to protect this side of the island and the Navy base that was here during World War II. Let's go. Had these different storage facilities in here in case they had to lock down. And a bunch of memorabilia from World War II that was found in here. And some of the propaganda posters from the war. And this is a set from Hawaii Five-0, the TV show, and they kept it preserved in here. All the different individuals who shot stuff here. And they shot Mandalorian here. Timely right now because the new one just got released, and Chief of War, which, by the way, if you haven't seen, that's an amazing show. It's pretty cool being inside of this bunker. Here's a thing on the Wind Talkers, another fantastic movie that they filmed here. Here's a view. So this was a scaled model used for Wind Talkers. And of course, Midway. Props from Triple Frontier. Here's The Sun, which is a really powerful movie if you've never seen it. There's actually looking in some of the rooms in the bunkers. There's a monster killer from Monarch. Godzilla. Kong. There's Kong. Skull Island. They filmed a scene in here, I guess, and kept it. So they use these rooms now for scenes. One of my favorites, 50 First Dates. Oh, Murder Mystery. The Jungle. It's such a ridiculous show. A bunch of the props in here from the movies as well. Lilo and Stitch, the new one. There's Elvis from Jumanji, which is one of the best new movies that's come out in a long time. It was so funny. The leopard and the hippos. Game console here from Jumanji. One of the best movies ever. And Red One. It's from Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, what I'm so excited about. And Jurassic World, all the Jurassic movies. And look, for all the Lost fans out there, it's the polar bear. Sphere. And dinosaurs right there. Look, Velociraptor. Oh, look at that. I'm happy. And of course, you have to end with Jurassic World. The Jeep from Jurassic World. Here's a picture of the boar and a spectacular view out into the Pacific Ocean looking towards California. Way, way over there.
If you guys are into
Where they
this genre,
film part of the Triple Frontier coming up here. And more importantly, check out the geology up there. You can actually see the layers where they came through up here. And you can see this is all what we call kind of a lahar.
The movie magic present here.
That little ledge in the lower part is what they used for the Triple Frontier. Like they were going over these steep ledges when they were taking the money over a high pass. That's pretty funny. Check this out.
Area.
Wow.
Styrofoam and all that jazz is a reoccurring theme on this tour. But we're going to shift over to some farming and
Look at this little cave.
Pigs and chickens.
You can see where they built fish ponds, and they have taro, and they have what they call hale,
I know I have some of you guys on board that
which are the little homes in Hawaiian. And so this is for their educational area to learn about traditional Hawaiian farming methods.
Very much an acquired taste.
And Midway was filmed here.
Marks the crash scene when Colonel Doolittle's airplane crashes into the little Chinese village. To the left is where the village was.
on a working farm. They have sheep here and a lot of baby sheep too, little lambs. So this is aquaculture. So they raise tilapia and then move them over here and also prawns. So this is where they raise their prawns.
Really absorbs the flavor.
Turkeys on
Usually
the
after
inside.
Thanksgiving, there's no one here, but these guys made it.
Hey, turkeys. There's the Jurassic Park.
This right here is the infamous Jurassic Valley. Just around 2,200 acres. This valley houses.
Where the dinosaurs were.
Before we dive into the Jurassic scenes, I'd like to highlight this statue on the bottom left.
And the Jurassic
Released in
Park
2015.
scene.
If you guys remember
So
the
excited
scene where the Indominus Rex escapes from its attic. Mountainside. At the base of this mountain is where they computer animated the monorail. The train.
Where they filmed part of the original Jurassic Park when they're hiding behind the log and the dinosaurs are jumping over the log.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's a location for Jurassic Park.
Ta-da.
The log. Come up here, you'll see the footprints from Godzilla from the 1990s Matthew Broderick version. And you can see it's all been eroded by this point.
For the film, and we wanted it to look more authentic, like lizard footprints.
It's left of the footprint.
But they're fine. They fall in, we find them, and we pull them out. And they walk off and have a good old.
And the footprint going up.
The next three movies
on
on this
the
route
hill.
are Downtown.
Hey! This is the scene with the penguin from 50 First Dates. I love it.
You guys have seen 50 First Dates, right?
Woohoo!
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
This is where they filmed Wind Talkers, for those who would love that movie. If you haven't seen it, it's a phenomenal movie about the Navajo Code Talkers. But this is where they set, and they set off over 200 explosions to represent the battle of Taipei. A look down in the valley and those amazing basalt cliffs.
All right. So these little shacks around us here are remnants of the cocaine village scene.
The
This
Triple
shack
Frontier
did get
area.
destroyed. You know, as beautiful as the valley looks like right now, if you ever come to the ranch when it's pouring rain, if we get enough rain, every crevice and mountain you see in front of us, waterfalls. Completely different vibe in the rain.
Absolutely amazing view. Looking down towards the ocean, down the valley.
And because we're in a valley, the sound really echoes over to Fallen Kingdom.
There's
The bunker you
bunker
see
for
up
Jurassic
there
World
with the red
2.
and white tower coming out the roof is known as the Baryonyx bunker. And that's where
Hey, Muko. And you see all the cows, and more importantly, you can see all the cool basaltic rocks down there, which I think are much cooler. Happy cows are in Hawaii. Oh, there's a banyan tree too. Really pretty. Some more Hawaiian village they
But I'm
rebuilt
looking
here.
forward to Chief of War Season 2 because I heard they got greenlit and maybe back this year to start filming.
Nice.
So if you guys come back in the next couple
They
months,
filmed
you
Chief
might
of
get a
War in
chance
this
to meet
area,
Jason Momoa.
which is a great show if you haven't seen that either. It talks about the history of King Kamehameha. There's a little stream that probably helped carve
There
this
we go,
valley.
just around the bend here.
All right, pretty spectacular. This is our last stop on the tour. So if you look up on these cliffs, one thing you can see is that there's all these layers are fairly horizontal, and these are each kind of pair of these things or sets of these things are different lava flows through time. The oldest lava flows being at the bottom, the youngest at top. And of course, this whole valley's been opened up due to erosion of various types, from landslides to rivers cutting through to a cataclysmic event where this whole side of the island slumped off into the ocean. Pretty cool geology. I'm glad I could share it with you all. And of course, with the Kong and the Triceratops skull in the background, but you really get an idea about the various layers within a volcano. One of the things they have that's really cool here is they actually have the Skull Island sets here, including the old Kong skull and, of course, the giant Triceratops skull. I'm happy. Lots of people up here, but pretty cool to come see these props from Kong Skull Island. Here we go, Jurassic Valley, Kualoa Ranch.
While riding
Georgia the Jungle is filmed in this area. Funny.
But here's the fun fact here.
Since you can see the Turtle Island, that's where they have a marine base at today. Definitely picturesque the whole way through this tour. Well worth doing. Amazing. There's a section on the
pigs on tour already, but
Wow.
just a fun fact, the ones you see to the top right are wild. These are the pua, or the wild piggies. Now, as cute as they are, they're
I want to thank you all for joining me today to check out the amazing movie sets here, as well as the really cool geology. Actually be able to see all these flows up in the mountains. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell for notifications so you can keep up on all my latest adventures. Thank you again for joining me today. Leave comments down below, like it. You all know what to do by this point. We'll see you all in the next adventure. Take care.